South Korea's president has been speaking publicly about his first meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-il. No Mo-hyun described his counterpart as a wall that's hard to tear down. It's only the second summit ever between leaders from the two countries, but it's been marked by some peculiar behavior by Kim. During a lavish banquet in No's honor on Tuesday, the North Korean leader was a no-show and sent his deputy instead. Meanwhile, North Korea has agreed to disable its main nuclear reactor by the end of the year. China's deputy foreign minister made the announcement on Tuesday. Pyongyang will also hand over all of the details of its nuclear program by December 31st. The deal was struck after last week's six-party talks in Beijing. The United States will send a group of nuclear specialists to North Korea within the next 2 weeks to oversee preparations for the shutdown. Now we're joined by Thomas Kim from the Korea Policy Institute, live from Los Angeles. Mr. Kim, what is the importance of this move by Kim Jong-il to dismantle the country's nuclear program, in light that it comes on the heels of his meeting with the South Korean president?
Well, I think that you're right, that the two are related. It's very clear that the most important issue for North and South is unification of Korea. The political reality is that you can't possibly move forward with a comprehensive unification program unless you get the assent, if not the approval of the United States in the situation. And so whatever happens at the North-South Summit, it is in fact directly tied to the six-party talks.
Now, does it suggest that Kim Jong-il feels in a position of strength or weakness?
Well, I think that in a general sense, I think we just have to acknowledge that North Korea is working from a standpoint of weakness. This is not the North Korea of the 1970s, when in fact their economic growth was outpacing that of South Korea's. This is a North Korea that badly needs economic development, and this is certainly why they're moving forward with the summit with South Korea, and also why they're pushing so hard to try and normalize relations with the United States, which is something they've been trying to do now for the last 15 years.
Well, you mentioned the United States, and there are reports of a possible quid pro quo taking place in that North Korea would dismantle its nuclear program and the United States would then remove it from its list of state sponsors of terrorism. Would that suggest to you that the specter of terrorism is then being used for political reasons?
Sure, I think actually that question is right on the money. It's really not a matter of the merits of the question. That is to say that if North Korea goes off of the terrorist list, it's not because the U.S. government suddenly decided that North Korea was or wasn't a sponsor of terrorism. Rather, it's a function of the political realities. This is an important bargaining chip for the United States. North Korea needs to get off that list in order to actually engage in economic development, to engage in economic trade with other countries. If they continue to be on that list, it makes trade with other countries, real investment with other countries, very, very difficult.
Thomas Kim, Executive Director of the Korea Policy Institute. Thank you.